NGX, and we have Abdulrasheed Momoh, Executive Director Operations at TRW Stockbrokers, joining us to discuss this and breaking down. Good afternoon, Abdulrasheed. It's good to have you join us.
Good afternoon.
Abdulrasheed, is there an end to this correction? It's just going downhill from where we started. We don't even remember when, but where is the market really heading right now?
Nobody is talking when the market was going up. Everybody seems to be interested like when the market is coming down. For every up, there will always be a down. So people should not panic. It's just a correction. And the market seems to be coming, the correction seems to be coming in the same period when the Dangote refinery actually did their private placement. So a lot of funds have actually left the market.
Okay, so that's what we're seeing in the red in the market. But let's look at other news now. So is there an end to, you see in the horizon where the market will probably see reset itself and go back into green territory? Can you tell us that?
Yeah, well, if you look at the numbers, in terms of charts, what I said about that, when the bears for June are really coming very, very strong, because 4 days rally has wiped up the whole of May. All what May fought for in 4 days, they're all out. We're looking at, give or take, we'll be pointing at, let's say, about 230,000 points.
Wow,
that's for another strong support level.
Well, that's really low, but we hope that also bounce back to where we are headed.
No, but take note. You need to know that most of the quoted companies, at least let's say 95% of them, their financials are really still good. You understand? But I mean, once in a while, people need to take profit. And I said one of the key reasons here has been the Dangote refinery,
private placement.
Yeah, so definitely. And you know, the public offer is going to come up, so we should expect more corrections.
Wow.
But as we said, we always have two players in the market, the investor and the trader. So for the investor, it's still a good market. For the trader that buys low and sells high is actually the one in the panic mode now, because at the end of the year, we are still going to see increased dividend payouts and everything. It's going to be more of better yields for the market.
Okay, so
the long run.
Okay, so right now we just have on the screen now, you see the NGX has set new rules that's going to determine how much volume of shares can be traded on the exchange before it can trigger a price change. What are your thoughts on this very quickly before we go into what this means or the implication of it?
Okay, breakdown now, minimum 10,000 shares. This one is going to be heavy because these rules have actually, it has really helped the market for some time, because the big players, if you don't see 100,000, the market is going to move. But with this new rule, we're going to see a lot of volatility is going to happen in the market, which means that if the price wants to drop immediately based on 10,000 units, let's have the kill once and for all, and the rebound comes immediately. Because with this current movement now, you can see that a lot of big stocks like Seplat, Airtel, a lot of big names are not really affected, because without 100,000, you cannot move those share prices. And most of them, as you speak, they are mainly on full offers, but because of the kind of current price and what you need to move them, they cannot move.
Okay, but
so that means.
Right now, what we have is that prices, stocks that are 1,000 naira and above, they need about a minimum of 10,000 shares that must be traded before the price moves. So what does that mean? Before
it was 100,000 across the board.
Okay.
So it favored it favored them. It protects them.
It protected the defensive stocks, the big stocks. So right now the big stocks are no longer protected. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, with this, that creates a lot of volatility in the market.
Okay. So the stocks that are below 500 naira, they need a minimum of 100,000 for there to see a movement in the share price. That's the
rule across the board, every stock. So it favored them more.
Okay.
But these smaller stocks, you can see a lot of volatility going through. As we speak, you see some stocks now, like Seplat, you understand? Seplat is trading, let's check Seplat.
Because I was going to
Hold
ask,
on.
how is that impacting volume trading in the markets? Is there a new strategy investors are now adopting to be able to, maybe walk around these new rules to ensure that maybe their stocks are not going to lose value?
Okay, like Seplat is trading about 11,363, but the market price is 10,227. So you need to trade 10,000 units of with this rule, but the old rule, with this new rule, if you trade 10,000, then there's going to be a movement on
In the price.
Seplat. So as it is, I'm buying Seplat at 10,000, the market will still close at 11,000 because I can't do 100,000 units, which is huge volume. That means no one is going to escape, but it will create volatility in the long term. You'll be able to, if it drops, people will be able to get in the stock and buy back at a lower price.
That's a good one for people who want to enter the market. So it's a good thing in the market. This new rule is not a bad thing. Volatility is a good time because you have a good entry and exit points for stocks. So it creates that flexibility. So let's just look at it now. How do you see the markets probably closing today? I know that we're already in the red. But is there anything happening on the exchange, maybe you're seeing behind the scenes, that could flip and make a turnaround for stocks?
Okay, well, the market is down by 0.25, that's 583.72 as we speak. Most of the indexes, except from NGX oil and gas, that is in green. If you look at in terms of where the money, it's still, we are seeing, we traded about 2.6 billion naira worth of MTN and Zenith. But if you look at the top trades, people are still in the banking sector. That's where we see most of the volumes and value in terms of trades for today.
Okay, so I just want to ask quickly, just about the CBN new holdco rules. I know July 9th, the stakeholders are going to meet to discuss that new capital threshold of 51% for holdcos. How do you see, what's your expectation? I just want to get from you.
Sorry, for which
for
one?
For the CBN new threshold, the capital requirement for holdcos, the new rules they've set for them.
Okay.
The 51% that holdcos now have to have as capital reserve to strengthen their subsidiaries or strengthen the whole company or conglomerate as a whole. What do you think about it? Come July 9, what do you see as the outcome of that meeting?
Well, I wouldn't want to say much about that for now. What we are seeing basically is actually affecting the overall market as we speak. And when it comes to fundamental news and data, my strength is always in terms of data. And why I'm saying that is that the market has a cycle. And it seems that most of this news, whether good or bad, actually starts to affect the market in the period of June and July. August is always one of the worst period hit. What I'm saying is that there's this argument who say sell in May and go away, but we start seeing over the years, we start seeing that effect happens in the month of June. And July does not outperform June. So we're going to see some of this, what is being said, we're going to see some of these corrections taking place till about August. I'm not saying the market is going to be down, but I know that at the end of from August, most of these losses will be likely going to be recovered towards December and the beginning of the first quarter of next year.
Well, definitely, that's a long wait. Is that supposed to be?
No. See, there's nothing you need to know about the market. It cannot be up all the time.
Definitely.
And these corrections are very healthy for the market. So even if you think you've lost out, you have not lost out for an investor because you have not sold. But for traders, I mean that they are the ones getting their fingers burnt. All for me, 95 of these quoted companies, as I said, their financials are still very strong. So you should watch out.
Definitely. We'll keep tracking that. Thank you so much, Abdulrasheed Momoh, Executive Director, Operations, TRW Stockbrokers, for sharing your perspective.